How are we getting on?
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Go on, bad news.
We lost the Transit.
Right.
But guess what we did win?
Motorhome?
We didn't win the motorhome, but we did win something that was over 100 grand and is over 500 horsepower.
Oh, you are joking, aren't you?
No, mate, I'm not.
Oh, dear.
I'm outside messing about with a couple of bits, but I've just had an invoice for that car and I've paid it. He still thinks I'm messing about. Right, mate. I've just had an invoice for that car. I've paid for it and I've arranged for it to be brought here.
I wasn't born yesterday, mate. I'd have had a notification from the bank if you'd have paid for that.
You're going to see in a couple of hours when it lands in the...
I thought you was on a wind-up.
You couldn't make that up! You couldn't make that up!
We bought it.
We bought it. It's on its way.
Bloody hell.
I'm pretty excited here, guys. I absolutely love these cars. And to be honest, Chris was still convinced, even though he got that notification and he see the money out the bank, he was like, have you really bought this car? And it weren't until that lorry was at the gate and I had to let him in, he finally started to believe me.
So it never comes any truer than it actually arrives, and Chris finally believes that it's done because he still couldn't believe it even after I showed him that we paid for it.
I just thought you was messing.
So 2018, Chris, Range Rover Sport SVR was £116,000, this car.
That's a lot of car, isn't it?
Finance repossession, not something that we've done on the channel before. It is from a finance company and it is not without its issues.
Right.
But I guess by the price you see I paid for it, you kind of gathered that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I viewed all the images of it before I bought it.
Yep.
And it's done 39,000 miles. But as you can see, I noticed as soon as he pulled up in the truck, it's completely flat. There's not an ounce of life in the battery. And that's I think the first port of call. Yeah. Now it's just down, it was just advertised as a non-runner. There's no, oh, it needs this or that's broken or it could be this or it could be that. There was no more information because they obviously just went and took the car and don't really know any more about it. One thing I think you noticed it straight away, and I've noticed it as well, is
that's a shame, isn't
has there been a bit of someone trying to...
No, it's a bit much for a cigarette burn, isn't it?
That's a lighter that's caused that.
You reckon?
I mean, this is not an issue. We get this repaired. That's Alcantara.
Yeah.
But I think somebody's tried to pull a... Oh, God, I dare say it, but an insurance, like, you know, you just don't know, do you?
Well, that makes it sound like there is something major wrong with it then, if someone's going to do that.
Mate, the price we paid for it,
it's
going to be major,
That's
I think.
right, yeah.
But this car is stunning. And do you know what? From the second I bid on it, and on art, do you know what I had a feeling of?
Go on.
If you're not happy with it, I'll pay for it out of my account.
Mate, no.
Because
sure. Like you say, for that money.
Don't get me wrong, I'm making it sound like this car was really cheap. This car was a lot of money, but for what it is, it was very, very cheap.
No.
Right, mate, first things first, it's got an electric tailgate on it, so we're going to have to climb through the seats. The battery is buried in the boot.
Yeah.
And when he had a jump pack on the lorry, when we unloaded it, I actually got it open. I've took the spare wheel out, so we need to get a battery on it or a charger.
Flickering,
they was, yeah. And it's got the
Electric side steps.
Yeah, mega.
Yeah, it was
mega.
out, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to pull the bonnet, or should we get a battery on it?
Well, we do the.
It might have a jump point. We can get a jump pack. Yes, there is. He had a jump pack on it.
Yeah,
And then we'll
okay.
get the boot open, get a decent battery on it, and start investigating. But
All right, mate.
should we have a little walk round it and show everyone?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll shut this door then.
Yeah.
Couple of bits I've noticed missing off it straight away is the back half of that wheel arch liner's completely gone. The door lock cover there is completely gone. Look at him searching for a few pennies. Yeah, the little cap for the cover. The tow bar, we need to put that away. It's electric, obviously, before we smash our shins on it. But you can see how straight it is. There is a little scratch on it there. Again, handle cover missing. What colour is it, Chris? Paint labels there on your side. Handles missing there as well. But very, very clean.
Chorus grey.
Chorus grey, yeah.
Chorus grey.
And that's a shame, isn't it? Have you noticed that? The towing eye cover, because that's ultimately what it is actually missing off that bumper,
yeah.
which is such a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, no more waffle. Let's get that bonnet open, get a jump pack on it,
Yeah.
and then get in the boot and get a battery fitted.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So of course I'll run a check using Car Vertical on this one. It is a huge investment and a big risk. And as you can see, doing a check really did pay off. So odometer looks good on this one. Damaged all looks good as well. But as you can clearly see there, financial and legal needs attention. So save going through the whole check. You've got overview, odometer, financial and legal, damage, natural disaster, market values, emission specs and ownership timeline there. I'm going to click straight on financial and legal. And after you scroll a little bit further down, you can see more there. And it says operating lease taken out on the 7th, 2022. And when you click on that, it actually gives you the document number, the term, and actually the name of the finance company and their contact number. Of course, I made the call on this one, and they've said that they no longer hold a financial interest in this vehicle. And if you're buying a vehicle and it comes up, that's why these details are available. They can tell you whether they hold a financial interest in the vehicle without breaking any GDPR laws. So they have actually sent me an email confirmation. They no longer hold an interest and said they would update the records as soon as possible. On the timeline, I just want to take you back to 2021 there, where it actually had a private plate put on it, which was that F8 one. Nothing to do with us, and it's had an owner since then, so that plate's irrelevant now. But I just wanted to show you the TW18 SVR is actually the original registered plate that come with that car from new. It's only ever been changed to that F8 plate, and now it's gone back to that TW18 SVR. I want to thank Car Vertical for the continued support on the channel. To benefit from a nice little discount off your check, use the code up on screen now from any browser, or hit the link in the description where it will automatically apply your discount. So straight onto it here, trying to get everything out of the way and get that battery out, and what a nightmare this is turning out to be. When we go live after this little piece of time lapse, I'll show you it was very, very difficult to do, and you can see both of us there doing it. So new battery there, we get that one in there. It is miles too big, but we made a little bit of a compromise, and we'll show you that now.
Believe it or not, it's taken all of that time to actually take the battery out. That was a bit of a pain, and as you can see, we got a huge battery in there. And the only reason we've got this block of wood in is to stop the battery touching the body. And we needed a good bit of juice on there for the moment, just to liven everything up. We've managed to put the tow bar away, so we won't be whacking our shins on that. But yeah, a lot of stuff to undo to get that off. Chris is in
I've just
here.
put the step away as well.
Oh, have you? Can I show that, Chris? Just shut the door and then open it, or
I've turned them off here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, so don't keep coming out.
Right, so we'll show them later.
Yeah.
Right, so it's got pop out side steps.
Yeah.
39,000 miles. Everything in here looks fine, but as soon as Chris opened the bonnet, it's full of horrors.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, but we kind of...
There's no getting out of it.
I'll turn that ignition off now.
Okay. Oh, also, there's a little button in there, and I started pushing it, and it's aired up the back. And Chris said, obviously, that's for when you're clipping on a trailer, which is great. Full carbon fibre bonnet.
Yep.
Exposed carbon on the inside.
So this has all been
Taken off.
yeah, taken off. This
That was just sitting on top of the engine.
yeah, and then this, which we believe is a camshaft,
Position sensor or something.
probably,
Yeah.
has been removed. So I'm guessing so they can get access there. So don't know much about these engines, do we?
The little bit of research you just did it say something about they suffer with a water pipe under there that
Yeah,
fractures?
underneath the supercharger,
Yeah.
there's two coolant pipes that can let go, but that would cook it up. Whether it's cooked up, I don't know. But
It's got no coolant in it by the look of it.
so and there does look to be some rusty around that AC compressor, doesn't there? As if
I can't see in there at the
just
minute.
down
but
there on that AC pulley. That looks to be excessively rusty, as if fluid has leaked on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't know, do we? We don't know. So I guess first things first, Rob, is we're going to see if it does in fact turn over, aren't we? With a bar.
Yeah, because, I mean, why is that oil filter been...
Why have they removed that? Yeah, I mean...
That's been cut open. Oh, it's still all full of oil.
Yeah.
But someone's cut that filter open, obviously looking for iron shavings, I should think.
Yeah.
Covered in oil now, but...
I don't know why they will have unscrewed that really like that. And then... But anyway, so yeah, we've got a bit to look at here, haven't we? But...
Should we try and get a spanner on it?
Well, I think it's going to have to be a socket, don't you, and a bar down there. Can't even see it, but it does feel like I don't know. I reckon we'll try with a 19 and we'll start from there and go up. Might be a 21, but there is a hex in the middle of it. I can feel. You can't see it, can you?
No.
We'll try it, Rob.
I'll get the camera down there, take a picture. Chuck some gloves on, mate, and let's get a bar on it.
I think that's the best thing we can do.
Let's do it.
Well, we've got a bar on there, but it needs Rob's guns to turn it over.
I don't know about that.
Shall I try and get that on there, Rob? While you...
Ready?
I don't think it's going to show, but...
Put the camera down there in that gap.
I don't want you to slip and hit my hand.
Got
Right,
it?
go on, yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, see, that just turns minuscule. Right, okay, leave it there.
I'll show that now in real life. Now you're up
Oh,
here.
right, go on then. Yeah.
That's too out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone loose now.
Yeah, it popped round, didn't it? Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we need to speak to Josh at JR, because he's doing these all the time, isn't he?
Yeah.
And what's common to go wrong with them? What's likely? I mean, we could probably take these covers off, couldn't we? And pull the plugs out.
Yeah. And even if it spins,
and then,
compression test it.
Well, and then see if it's a little bit easier to turn over.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, as you pointed out, and it says on the dashboard that it's low on coolant.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that completely empty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bone dry.
Right.
Wouldn't hurt to fill it up with watering can, see if it goes all over the floor, would it?
I wouldn't say that. I'm thinking that it's got fluid in the bores.
Yeah.
But we need to take the plugs out and then turn it.
Right.
So, but I
Let's
mean,
get on
like
the
I
phone
say,
with Josh,
yeah, he might say, no, you're going down that's a bit of a red herring there. It will be. But yeah, I mean,
that's bothering you, isn't
well,
it?
yeah, I'm wondering why they've
Cut it open.
cut it open. Don't know. Yeah, I think we do that. I think we'll see if we can get the plugs out, Rob.
Yeah.
And then we'll cut back in and see if it's easier to turn over with a bar. All right.
All right, mate, let's do it.
So quick discussion now with Chris. Would you like a drink? I whipped out to get us a nice cold drink, and he's going to concentrate on getting those 8 spark plugs removed. So you got the 4 coil packs outside, 4 little star drives, get them out. Then of course your 4 plugs, and then in a minute, there you go, straight round to the other side. get those 4 removed, and then I think we're ready to turn this one over and see if it does turn over.
So all 8 spark plugs out, and that's the last one. And how's that looking?
Wet,
Right,
as
so that,
was the rear one on the other bank, which is a bit odd, isn't it? All the others dry, but the rear ones are both soaking wet, which doesn't look like water, it looks like oil. But anyway.
I've chucked the bar on there. Do you want me to give that a pull over? Or?
Yeah, try it, because it should tell us what we're up against now, shouldn't it? If it's the site. Oh well, there you go.
That's easy.
Right.
Yeah, well easy.
There you go.
Well, it's definitely not seized. Look, see the Land Rover writing on the belt?
Yeah.
I think we'll go all the way round
Yeah,
with
go
that.
all the way round. Let's just go in there a minute, Rob. Go on, mate. Sorry, my hand's in the way, isn't it?
No, I'm not gonna. I need to get a click on this first. That's it. You ready?
Yep, go on. Yep. Can
then-
we see down there?
Yeah, I've took the cap off for you.
Go on,
Mind your
mate.
red,
Yep.
please.
Yep. Right.
That's free as anything, Chris.
Right.
Should we try and turn it over on the key, do you think?
Yeah, we'll put that. We'll take. We'll do something with this, and we'll have to put that back on
Because we're not running with no plugs in, will we be all right to screw that down? Or
it's still
do I
general
run-
oil pressure, won't it?
Shall I go run and grab a filter?
Well, no, but what I'm saying is it still generate oil pressure, so we need to remove that and lose that.
Yeah.
But we also need to put that on because that chain is oil fed.
Yeah.
So you'll get oil out of it.
I am only
if there's
halfway
any-
round, Chris, and I
Yeah.
do want to go a full revolution.
Yeah.
Look at the belt where it's been sat so long.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
position
yeah.
it was in. Can you see it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
I'm kind of thinking, Rob, when we wang it over on the starter, we'll have to lay like towels down here.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of thinking we will get fluid will come out of one of those cylinders now.
Look how easy that is,
Yeah,
Chris.
it's not seized.
Nah. We might have
But-
dodged a bullet here.
Well, no, because the fluid's gone somewhere. And the fluid's gone in the bores. And that's what stopped it turning over.
Yeah. And we could actually still have a snapped crank.
No, I don't think you've got a snap crank. Do they suffer with that then?
Well, the older diesels did, didn't they? The 2.7s, but I'm on about if it was a snap crank and I'm turning the front of it and it's
Yeah, but it
connected to
will-
all these pulleys.
Yeah,
It,
it might make a horrendous noise.
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. It's. God, are we coming round to that writing yet? I'm getting
Yeah.
a dead arm.
Thing is, by removing the plugs, obviously it's allowed it to turn over, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Don't forget
Yeah.
though, with the history of this, it has been sat around for a little while. I mean, you can see that on the brakes, can't you?
oh yeah,
And it's got full Land Rover service history, but the last one was missed.
yeah, it's turning, and it's not even making any
No, but-
horrible clanking.
No, I want to get that back to that writings on that belt because that's where I pretty much started off, and there it comes. See it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm happy with that.
Right, okay.
I'm really happy with that.
We're gonna have to find some bolts for this, Rob, because there
Yeah.
ain't no bolts in it, and
The other
we could
side
get
is-
that on.
Little 6mm Allen keys,
Yeah.
stars,
So we'll do that, and then we'll sort that oil filter out,
and wing it over.
and then we'll have to lay a couple of towels in there, won't we?
Yeah,
And
that's
we'll wang it
alright.
over and see what comes out.
Yeah, mate, let's do it. We've had to buy a new oil filter for it. Chris doesn't want to put it back together without, so he's got a new seal on there and new oil filter. Let's get that chucked on. So all plugs out, towels in there just to prevent any fluid that is going to fly out. We've turned it one complete revolution by hand. We're just going to see
Yeah.
if it spins over with the
Yeah,
key.
and see what it sounds like.
Obviously it can't start, there's no plugs in it. I don't think the battery's got enough in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
The dash was light. This might not work.
Sorry?
The dash was lighting up, but when
Yeah.
I pushed the key, the dash was flickering.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to tighten the battery terminals.
They are tight.
Are they tight?
Yeah.
I'll do it once you're in there if you like. Oh, you got her?
Yeah.
Nothing happening.
Do
Nothing.
you want to come round here? It's in park. Should we put the handbrake on or not?
Shouldn't need to, should
No,
you?
it's on anyway, I think. But these, I mean, it's reading these. Oh,
You tried to then,
yeah,
didn't
it
it?
did, yeah. Let's try that again. I don't think that's enough juice, Chris. Yeah.
Well, that booster's probably tripped out by now, isn't it? So, yeah, go on. Nothing.
I don't think.
Maybe we get the battery charger out, Rob, and put that on as
Yeah.
well, I think, mate.
Because it actually even done a little bit of a turn there, didn't
Yeah,
it?
the
So,
starter did try and engage, didn't it?
Let's run some proper power out there to
Yeah,
that.
we cut this
Hopefully
off and,
that boot will open.
we cut
Yeah.
back in, shall we?
It has got some power, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's going to need a fair bit to open that.
yeah.
Wonder if that starter motor's stuck.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna hurt. Let's put some power on it.
yeah, I'll cut this off for a minute, Rob.
So a bit of messing around up there, and we've tried, in fact we've tried 2 batteries, a jump pack and everything, and all we can get that to do is quarter of a turn. And you said that the starter might be,
Well, it just clicked, didn't it? It just tried to engage the solenoid and then cuts out. So,
this is a bit unconventional, this is a bit
Yeah.
old fashioned what I'm
Yeah.
doing here, so
Yeah.
we're kind of bypassing it. Are you ready? Do you want to jump up there?
yeah.
What do you think?
Well, all that's come out of there
I can get out now actually,
is a
Chris.
very, very slight bit of yeah, that's all that's come out of them cylinders.
That's my key what I was using underneath
Yeah.
there, alright. There is an electrical issue with this, there's got to be. Why is that start motor not engaging? But then we don't know enough about these, and I still haven't managed to get hold of Josh. But
I'm now wondering, because while you was under there, Rob, I have had a look in there, and there is fluid in the bottom of that bottle.
is there?
So when they've took this camshaft, see it?
Oh, there is, yeah.
When they've took this camshaft sensor out,
Yeah,
have they pulled this pipe off here?
yeah.
That's what's put all the fluid down there on them pulleys and
And that's
made them
what's
rusty.
reduced the bottle.
And that's what reduced the bottle.
Right,
And you know when it was tight turning over, it's a starter motor.
yeah.
What do you reckon? But then you've just proved the starter motor's all right, haven't
There's
you?
nothing wrong with that. If it's spinning over up here, I'll tell you what we will do. Got nothing to lose by chucking the plugs back in this, have we?
No, not really.
Do you want to? We chuck the plugs back in. We ain't even got to put the core packs on. We spin it over. If that starter motor turns that engine over with them plugs in,
The starter's
there ain't
all
nothing
right.
wrong with that starter.
Yeah,
You're putting it under load, ain't you?
yeah.
I guess we got no choice. We're gonna have to do that.
But head scratcher.
Definitely.
But
Give
that
you something to think about
didn't
tonight.
sound like anything on the timing chain.
Nothing was slapping. Nothing was slack. Nothing was rattling.
Sounded lovely.
And I was right next to the crank there, and there certainly weren't no bearing noise.
No.
And I'd like to think that was spinning over fast enough to hear a bearing noise.
And it's not blown a load of fluid out one of the bores, has it?
No.
Right.
The only other thing that might be worth us checking as well, I mean, we've already just spent 20 quid on an oil filter, which is a shame. I think we're going to have to drop the oil in this just to prove it's got some, even if we put the old oil back in for a filter, just to, for a moment, and check there's no water in it as well.
Mind you've got back underneath it and cranked it, and I'll watch the oil pressure light. It should go out.
Yeah, you got a point there.
We know if we've got oil pressure then, haven't we?
Chris said that water, I think that's a stain in the bottom of the bottle, the water stain there. I don't think it has got any in it. So I just said it's not going to hurt.
It does look like, but yeah.
It's not going to hurt to top it up.
No,
and then
mate.
we'll check it in the morning when we come back in.
What, and see if it's dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's took quite a bit.
I suppose if I film that bottle, we'd probably see. Well, look, end it there. Yeah, it's dropping like a stone.
It's all leaking out, mate. Oh no, no! Head gasket. It's all coming out the plug holes.
Look at that.
Let me put that in there and watch how fast that's coming out of there. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, from here it looks crazy.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. It's filling the bore straight up, isn't it?
Oh.
What about the other side? I doubt it'd be both. They wouldn't both go.
Do you want a torch?
It'd be. They wouldn't both go. Yeah, no, fine. Yeah.
Mate, that
well.
I can see. Well, there's no water in number one. My number one. Yeah, that's full up. That's full up. And that back one is pouring out. Now, you said that was the one plug that was soaking wet when you pulled it out.
It looked oily, but it's obviously...
And to be honest, that would explain why you couldn't pull it over the first. Because you was trying to compress water in that cylinder.
That's right.
Mate, that's unbelievable. On that bombshell, I don't think we're going to be diagnosing any more in this video.
No.
So, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it on the Range Rover SVR, massive, massive investment for me and Chris. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, follow us on Instagram at Salvage Rebuilds and Chris at Salvage Rebuilds Chris. It's been a long day, mate. Let's get home. We'll see you very, very soon in the next one.